start with some guiltygearstrive. Um, you're probably wondering why I'm in training mode. That's because, well, this game is kind of in shambles right now. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get into one singular match, and they aren't addressing it, and they aren't really doing anything about it right now. So we're just gonna mess around in training mode as I relearn Soul, because that World Tour Finals gave me hope, because if you don't know, Soul actually won the World Tour Finals, which is very crazy because he's consistently considered not a very good character. He's considered just mid-tier, right? And as someone who has played Soul day one in this game, I would like to know why. Like, how is he so good? Because, well, he's not good. It's just that he's capable of winning I'm messing that up really bad. He's capable of winning a tournament, like the you know, the biggest guiltygearstrive tournament, even though he's considered very mid-tier. And I grinded Soul a lot. I have a lot of hours on him, but I stopped playing when they started nerfing him. Like, and they like, okay, nerfing this was not a big deal. I understand why they had to nerf this. That's not why I stopped playing him. I didn't. When they nerfed this, I kept playing him. But they just nerfed a lot of stuff about him, right? And to be honest, I am a fan of this move being two parts. If you don't know, when the game came out, the move was actually like this. You couldn't do anything. It was this all the time. But now you can actually do it in parts, like this. Or just do the first part if you want. Or do the second part. Or just the, like, they split it into two parts. It was not like that when the game came out. I also would like to know, how do you get this combo? Like, how do you consistently get that? And is it better to always go for that instead of wall break? Obviously you would like if it broke the wall, but if it doesn't break the wall, do you still want to go for it? Why is that not hitting? Am I doing it too late? Anyways, I wanted to make this video to talk about the 2 new DLC characters that have been announced. And I know some people are confused because they're like 2 new characters. There was only 1 new character. Well, that's not true. If you watch the live stream version of the reveal, I don't believe this is on YouTube, but if you watch the live stream version of the reveal, they actually revealed 2 characters. Yeah. If you don't know, that man is the 2nd DLC character. So this creates for a very interesting situation that I don't think anybody was expecting. First of all, Bedman is the next DLC character. And I would like, and I'm going to say this right now, I am incredibly impressed, right? Incredibly impressed. And I know you're saying, why are you impressed? You know, if you saw the other videos I made, you'll know that I actually really hate Bedman. I think Bedman is the lamest character in all of Guilty Gear. I don't think he fits the games at all. And spoiler alert, I'm glad they killed him in the last game's story. However, it turns out that, you know, everybody thought the new character, including me, everyone thought the new character was going to be Delilah, which is actually his sister, right? Because he's dead, so how could it be him, you know? Well, they actually did a very cool concept, which was, wow, is this combo not work anymore? What am I doing wrong? But the concept is that you don't play as Delilah, you still play as Bedman, but you play as his bed, right? Because he's dead. and he's just like protecting Delilah. I think that is a very, very sick idea, and I'm very glad they did that because here's the thing. I'm gonna give the new character a shot, right? But if the new character was straight up Bedman, you would not have seen me play that character on this channel. You know, normally I like to make evolution videos. You're not gonna see an evolution video on Bedman because I just don't like Bedman. I think he's really, really stupid. And Guilty Gear has had goofy stuff before, right? But Bedman is just a no. He's too much for me. Yeah, they turn him into a cool concept, or he's kind of like the Iron Giant, pretty much, except nowhere near as cool looking. But that's all right. Why is it not working? There we go. So yeah, we actually don't know what Delilah does though, because if you notice in the gameplay trailer, there are times where he's actually holding Delilah, and there's also times where she's walking around. So she clearly has some type of function, and we don't know what it is, but what I can guarantee that it is I think it's a replacement to Bedman's, like, time travel stuff, because I don't think we saw any of that in the trailer. So, yeah. They managed to turn Bedman into an interesting concept. The next thing I want to talk about is, let's change the music. The next thing I want to talk about is the second DLC character, which is That Man. That Man has been in, I believe, every single Guilty Gear game. The problem was, he has never been playable. Never. So, yeah, this is the first time he's actually playable. This also means that this season pass only has one returning character, which was Bridget. Sin and Bedman are returning characters, but they were in the last game. When I mean returning, I mean like classic character, right? No Jam, no Johnny, which is very weird to me. Here's the thing, I have to give Arc System Works credit because they are known to do to just bait you with the season pass. They normally put the most the most hype characters as DLC, right? And they actually did it with Biken in this game. But for the most part, they've been relatively like reserved on doing that, you know? If they wanted money, this season pass would have had Jam and Johnny, like without a doubt. But they didn't do that. They waited. So that's pretty sick. I do think both of those characters are going to be in the next season. But here's the problem for me personally. Will I play next season? I don't know. Because if you don't know, yes, they did also confirm that there is a season 3. The problem is, Street Fighter V will be out by then, you know? Or Street Fighter 6, my bad. And I just don't know if I want to play this game. Because I don't, like, here's the thing, I don't have a character in this game that I actually, like, really enjoy yet. That character used to be Soul. But, I mean, I played him so much, and I just, like, I didn't like the changes they did to him. So I don't really have a character that I actually like in this game. Let me take a look. Yeah, no. Here's all the characters that I've played enough to know how they work. So I played Testament, I played Sin, played Biken. I didn't really like Jackal that much. Played a lot of Nago, played a lot of Anji, played a little bit of Leo, didn't play her, didn't play him. I played him, I didn't play him. I played him, I played him, I didn't play her, I didn't play him. I kinda played her, played him, didn't play her, tried to play her, didn't like her. I played a lot of him, and I played a little bit of Bridget. And I am actually interested in Bridget. The problem is that she's the most popular character in the game right now, so it's hard to want to play her when everyone else is. Anyways, I don't think Bedman is going to be that character, but I'm definitely going to try him because it is a very interesting choice. Also, Bedman's theme was amazing, and it fit the trailer perfectly, and it was just so sick, and I really enjoyed Bedman's theme. I think it fit the trailer perfectly. But the last thing I want to talk about is the game's adding the final character to the Season Pass, which is That Man. And here, I'll actually show you what That Man does, because I know not everybody played the story, but if you played the story, he was actually in it, which is also kind of disappointing because, yes, he was in the story for almost 2 years, and they only add him just now. So I don't actually know where he fights at. Was it here? You can actually see some of his abilities in use during the story. Here, you can actually skip this. Good. Let's see. So, if you haven't seen this, it's safe to say that he is actually a projectile character. Okay, he was not in that chapter, it seems. That's tragic. Oh, there he is. So this is what he looks like. It's the same glove that was in the teaser trailer. And I don't know if he actually fights in this scene, but he is a projectile character. He fights with magic. See, he does some magic stuff right there. He kind of uses the same portals that Happy Chaos does in his super. They use the same type of magic, you know, lore-wise, they use the same type of magic. So you could expect a projectile character. However, you want a projectile character that's sick. I'm going to skip some of this, actually. I don't think he actually fights here. But you get to see what he looked like, right? And if you want a character that would be so hype, and this is an archetype that I don't think has ever been done before in fighting games, you make a character that fights with projectiles. And what do I mean by that? I mean, he uses projectiles as melee attacks. And this is my #1 favorite thing in fighting games. I think they are always the coolest looking moves when characters use projectiles as melee attacks. For example, Dragon Ball Super Broly and Dragonballfighterz. He shoves like this energy orb into you and he like teleports behind you and knocks you down. It is a very sick looking animation and it's always my favorite type. The problem is, in all of fighting game history, there has never been a character, unless I'm wrong, but I really don't think I'm wrong about this, there has never been a character that fights 100% with projectiles while he uses them as melee attacks. And that is what I want from this character. However, here comes the copium. Well, that was the copium. The reality is, he probably is going to be a zoner just like Happy Chaos. That's the reality. But the copium is that in order to make him different than Happy Chaos, they actually make him a lot like Soul Bad Guy, where he is in your face, constantly punching you in the forehead, but he does it with projectiles. That would look super sick. And judging by what he does in the story mode and all the magic stuff he has, it's not wrong to say that he should be the best looking character in the game. Like, if he's not the best looking character in the game, you should be disappointment. Like, you should be disappointment? What? You should be disappointed. Thinking he's going to be the best character in the game is not setting up, you're not setting yourself up for failure if you think he's the best. If you think he's going to be the best looking character in the game. That was a really long sentence. It's not wrong to think that he's going to look the coolest, just based off of what he can do. And if he ends up looking lame, that's just unfortunate. Like straight up, that's just unfortunate. But anyways, that's the end of the video. I'm sorry that I couldn't play, but I actually did try recording for about 20 minutes, and I only got 2 matches in 20 minutes. So, but I really wanted to talk about the news because this game has a lot of news. And if you don't know, Bedman is coming out April 6th, and That Man is coming out in May. And then that will be the end of this season, and then I'm assuming the next character will come out in July or August for Season 3. However, Street Fighter V will be out by then. So they're really going to have to shake things up for me to come back. That's all. I'm not saying I won't come back, but I'm saying you can't be adding Bedman and That Man to bring me back. You have to add a character from plus R. You know, Johnny, Justice, Order Soul, any of those characters to bring me back. Unfortunately, I don't think any of those characters would be as, like, execution heavy as they are, but who knows. Anyways, like, subscribe, and tomorrow I'm going to be starting my Street Fighter V rank journey in order to prepare myself for Street Fighter 6, because I never played Street Fighter V. But yeah, peace.